Hello guys, today I want to show you my 107. This is a Mercedes W107, a 280 SL. It's kind of a rarity because most of the SLs sold in the US they were V8s. This one has an M110 6-cylinder engine with a manual transmission. Today we're going to change the exhaust system on it, the whole system, not just part of it. I like to order original parts, and even if they're expensive, and put them on. So you can see the original rear muffler, that big black thing, and then you can see the middle muffler, not the silver one. That silver one is junk, but the original one. You can see that Mercedes number on it in case you want to get it from Mercedes. It's about $1,200 US. Again, $1,200 US for this. The reason why I'm saying US dollars because I bought a bunch of stuff from the SL shop from England. And those guys are really proud of themselves for whatever reason, and they keep sending me junk, like this thing. This is what they sent me for a mid muffler for this. Apparently it's made in Italy. You can see there's like a nice number on it. It's the same part number, as this one, but does not look like it at all. It's showing you that it was made in Italy, supposedly, from Soram. But there's another code on it, which is whatever. But you can tell this is junk. The other thing is the front pieces what I bought from them, and I can't believe this. Look at this valve on the front, and then in the front, it's also total junk. It's supposed to have a piece welded in, and then you can see that the gas will come here. It hits its head into this thing. So until I can find the original ones, which I couldn't find yet, this will do, and then I'm gonna change it later. But nonetheless, I'm gonna go with this, what's on the right side. So we're gonna do this shitty ass looking things what came from England, and then with the original middle muffler and then the rear muffler. The rear muffler came from Pelican Parts. Those guys are awesome. If I can pull it down here, up here, Pelican Parts. Anything I got from them worked. So when I'm gonna go under here, I can show you guys how the car look like, and then we're gonna start disassembling it. So you can see the old two pipes coming down here. This is how the muffler looks like, what's on it. I'm not totally confident that it's original or not. The car doesn't have too many miles on it and hasn't been really abused, but looks like the exhaust system was repaired, and you can see the rear big hole on that muffler. Looks like an original muffler, and looks like somebody maybe changed this, so it may or may not be original. Most likely not. It's been welded together. And then I was even contemplating to put these original pipes back, but it's really bad here, so that's not gonna be an option. First thing I'm gonna do is undo these bolts what's holding it up front, and then we're gonna hold it. My friend's gonna support it here. We're gonna take off these holders, and then take off the holders at the very end, and then the whole thing will just come right off, and then we can start working on the new one. We got this whole exhaust system down in one piece. It was fairly easy because I already loosened the bolts a little bit back maybe 2 years ago. So the only problem is that these bolts are actually come with a nut. So there's a brass nut on one side, and then there's like a bolt that sits like this. So with the tool, using an extension just like that, it comes right off. So again, we have these holders here and those ones in the back. The V8s are kind of similar up to here, but in front of under the car, the V8s are kind of different. This rear muffler came from Pelican Parts, and in the shipping it's got a little damage to it. So I'm gonna have to fix this hole on the left side, and also in the back it's got hurt here by the time it got here. So I'm gonna fix those little misperfections, and then we're gonna attempt to put these two things up. Well, we assembled the whole thing. Everything slides together very nicely. I've repaired the hose here, and I repaired the end. Unfortunately, the paint came off a little bit, but it is what it is. It will be coming off anyway once I start using it. So now the whole thing is together. So next thing is we're gonna try to make it up to its place. But before we do that, we need to have this hanger here migrated over to the new part. So we're gonna do that next. I was able to take off the whole thing, but when it came off, there's a little crack in it. So I'm gonna have to weld this up. So that's what's coming up next, a little repair. Okay, I was able to successfully weld this hanger together, put it back on, put a little bit of anti-seize on the nut to make sure that it comes off next time if I ever have to take it off. So I guess it's time to hang it up. It's very nicely got on. You're able to put the nice original hangers on. And then we use this little tray here as a help, what was on the lift. And let the bottom down first and then hook up the end. Then now we put this one on. And this looks a little bit crooked, but that's okay. We'll make it level once we have the front pieces on. So next thing we're gonna do is put the front pipes on. We got the two front pipes on. These two silver ones. We're able to attach to them here, but they're not tight. So I guess I need to loosen this one up. And you can see this muffler is actually sideways, so we're gonna have to set this one up right. But before I do that, I wanna connect it up there in the exhaust manifolds. We're gonna put those two bolts on and make sure they nicely line up. And then I'm not gonna tighten them up first. And then once they're actually in position, we're gonna able to set up this muffler, so make sure it's actually level. And I prepped the bolts already. I wire brushed them, and I have the original lock nuts. It's like a brass lock nut what goes. It's like a through bolt. And this is the original bag what they came out of. So this is original Mercedes-Benz nut what's supposed to be on these exhaust manifolds. So we run into the next problem. This flange here, this is half as thick as what the nice British flange came with. So yeah, SL shop strikes again. So I guess I'm gonna have to go out, drive 30 minutes to the bolt store and buy some longer bolts to accommodate the thicker flange. So if you have a chance, try not to buy anything from those guys in England. It's called the SL shop, not a good place. I love Kentucky. If you have a classic car and it's registered as an antique auto, you can put any kind of plate on your car, just like this one. This is a port just between Italy and Sicily. And we were able to see there's the original, there's a Kentucky plate in the back window. And then we just put the Italian plates on it. If you want to see the story of this Bertone, look it up. I got it from Vegas for three Vegas pussies. But the whole thing is done already. Looks like it's all went together. I got the new bolts. I had to go buy new bolts, and then we had to lift it up and put it back into position. And once everything was in position, we tightened everything up. So it's looking great. And even in the back, it fits fine. Perfect. I love it. Let's try to see if it starts. And so I wanted to hear what does it sound like. So my friend is sitting in there, and he's gonna start it. Sounds fine. Come on, Tesla. Run, Tesla. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next Friday. Bye.